I forget the date today, but I will display it right now. That is today's date. The first four digits of that number are the year. We're in 2020. And the fifth and sixth digits are the month, and the seventh and the eighth are the day. So we're into December here, getting on Christmas time. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about what distinguishes the human race from all other species of animals and life forms here on planet Earth. Now, some people will tell you that it is that human beings have dexterity between their finger and thumb, which means we can hold things in our hands and we can bend and have leverage and stuff like that. However, that leads somewhere else. We can pick things up, right? We can put things on. We can move things around. We can build things with a little more precision because we have dexterity between our finger and thumb. Whereas most other creatures in the animal kingdom here on planet Earth don't have anything like that. They have to improvise without that added bit of dexterity, which distinguishes the humans from all of these other species. Another thing, though, is that with our dexterity of finger and thumb, we have the ability to write things down. I mean, somewhere along the way, human beings got together and came up with language systems so that we could communicate. But the idea that we could write our experiences, write our knowledge, and express ourselves through written language gives us the ability to write things down.
Hello. My name is Mike. And an emoji.
Using my gift of dexterity between said finger and thumb, I was able to write this down. Now, if I was careful and preserved this and had just the right-minded relatives to send this to, this little note that I've just written could make it a long ways. Generations long after I'm gone, can look upon that note and learn from me. In this case, my name was Mike. Oh yes, oh yes. So we are the only species that are able to produce books here on planet Earth, to have record clubs, things like this, due to the dexterity of our finger and thumb. And it just so happens that a byproduct of this ability of ours to create literature and preserve knowledge and express ourselves in the vessels of fiction and entertainment, we have holidays, seasons. This is Christmas time, and at Christmas time we are expected, for some peculiar reason, which I won't explain in this episode, but we're supposed to buy presents for all of our near and dear people, be that family and friends. And what better gift idea for that hard to buy for person on your list than a book? It is nice to read a book. It is something us human beings can do, which again distinguishes us from the rest of the animal kingdom. Now, my wife gave me my Christmas present early. We have our anniversary, our wedding anniversary, pretty darn close to Christmas, so we make it a kind of a dual celebration, and we just buy presents all month and open them. Eh, Boogs? Boogers being so good. Oh, wow. We got to set up another camera, Boogs. That's what we're going to do. We're going to set up another camera because this could be good. This could be really the beginning of a beautiful friendship, Boogs. This is going to be great. Anyways, moving along, I'm in 4K. The New York Times bestseller, Does It Fart? The Definitive Field Guide to Animal Flatulence by Nick Caruso and Danny Rabiotti. And Danny, D-A-N-I, Danny Rabiotti. Nick Caruso and Danny Rabiotti. Sorry, I'm not Italian. Sorry. And the illustrations by Ethan Kochuk. Wow, why can't people have names like Smith and Wood? Why? It would be so much easier for people like me trying to promote your book with last names like that. Just make us all look bad. Anyways, actually, I'm sorry. They're beautiful last names. I just don't know how to say them, so very sorry. But Does It Fart was a Christmas present, anniversary present given to me by my wife, and so I'd like to read a passage to you. I mean, the basic premise of the book is to discuss an animal and to delve into the idea, does it fart? Oh, are you not aware of what a fart is, my good people of the future times? A fart, aka also known as flatulence, is air that builds up within our body's cavities, and it doesn't come out our nose, doesn't come out our mouth or our ears or our urethra. However, it does come out of our anus. And because of the tight muscles just around our anus, sometimes a fart will not only have an odor, but make quite a sound. And children love the sound of farts. So I pose the question, do mongoose fart? Do ducks fart? Do dogs fart? And this book endeavors to find out. So I'm just going to pick a random page here. We have the whale.
Whales. Does it fart? As you can imagine, whale farts are incredibly large. Blue whales, which are currently the largest animal on the planet, likely emit the largest volume per fart of any extant species. Whales, in accordance with their body size, have huge digestive systems containing a number of stomach chambers, which, in the case of the blue whale, combined can hold up to 1 ton of food. These chambers are packed full of bacteria which break down the food, either plankton in the case of baleen whales or fish in the case of toothed whales, producing a whole lot of gas in the process. Given their size, whale farts are remarkably elusive and have only been captured a handful of times on camera. Whale researchers who have been downwind of these bouts of flatulence report them to be incredibly pungent. It could be worse, though. Farts aren't the only time that whales have caught people off guard with their gas. When whales die, they are often washed up on beaches where they quickly begin to decompose. This causes huge amounts of gas to build up in their bodies, and some dead whales have been known to explode. One incident in 2004 in Taiwan saw a dead whale explode while being transported through the center of Tainan City, showering buildings and onlookers with decomposing whale innards. And that is just one page of Does It Fart? Now, I gather, my good creatures of all times, that some of you are curious about this fart. What is it? I don't believe I've had a fart noise yet on the New Millennials Daily. And here in the world of video, so far in the 21st century, we have 2 senses. Eyes and ears, audio and video. No olfactory. You won't be able to smell it in the future times if I fart now. The only way I could do that is if this whole archive was preserved next to a mason jar. I have farted into a mason jar, and lo and behold, a couple of days later, opened the mason jar, and that was the smell of my fart. But I'm not going to do that. Other people's farts typically don't smell very good. A lot of people like their own farts. I fall into that category. I like the smell of my own farts. Once in a while, they're that bad that I don't like the smell of my farts. But typically, it's not something you want to be doing at the dinner table. Booger farts, but her farts don't smell, which is odd because we've had a number of dogs in our day, and dog farts often smell pretty bad as a precursor to some poop, which if you step in dog poop, also does not smell good, and you can bring that smell into your home if you wear your shoes in the house. But today on the New Millennials Daily, I have a special guest the whoopee cushion, and we'll have an unboxing here of an official whoopee cushion by Lord Fartwell. These have been around for a long time. I'm not sure of the history of the whoopee cushion, but this whoopee cushion satisfactorily emulates and simulates the sound of a human fart.
This is a whoopee cushion. And what we do... Yeah, Booger's having a sniff there. What we do is we have to blow it up. And the idea is to stick this on somebody's chair without them knowing, so that when they sit on it, it sounds as if they farted, and everyone in the room would turn and look and laugh. That's what kind of species you're dealing with, oh my creatures of the future times who found our archives and discovered this video about flatulence, books, and what distinguishes the human race from all other creatures here on planet Earth, present day, that we know about anyway. Shows what we know. We get a royal charge out of fart noises. I had the thought that this might sound better if I wet the iris, the opening. There we go. Get it a little wet. This will sound better when it's wet, I think. Well, let's try one with me sitting on it. You know, like Booger here is interviewing me for a job. Hello. Yes, I have my... Well, that was $7 well spent. I just busted my whoopee cushion. How much was that? Don't buy Lord Fartwell's whoopee cushion. The air must have got clogged, and look at that, people. Look at that. I am amazed. It's okay, Boogs. I'm thinking maybe I'll take that back. It must have been faulty. Yeah, I'll be taking that back to the shop, get a new one. Stay tuned, folks. Tomorrow, for maybe instead of something else, we'll do the same thing. We'll have more fart noises, because this is unacceptable. It must have been a weak one, because the air is supposed to come out the iris, the little orifice here. And in this case, it did not. So, very disappointed. I wanted us to have a good laugh at the sound of human flatulence, because, oh, you people of the future times won't be able to smell it. But perhaps you can relate. I'm thinking, yeah, maybe.